Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully my voice sounds decent. My mic should be on. Give me a second. Let me straighten out my table. Straighten out my mic. Straighten the chair out. Okay, that's what I need to do. I need to take a bite of this damn pizza. That's what I need to do. Headphones equipped. Okay, I'm ready to go. What's up?
May the moonlight attest
Zan,
my
or
steadfast
Zach?
will.
How you been? Hopefully your day been dandy. Well, yesterday, depending on where you live at. Now I know y'all want an explanation to why the hell I'm starting to stream so late. It's a rather funny thing that happened, really. Which I could totally explain. It ain't got nothing to do with me being lazy. Okay, so here's the rundown. So this is what happened. I'm gonna be as honest as possible with you. This is what happened. Your boy, look people, your boy came home from work. I was exhausted. The humidity today was killer. I was dying. I had to take my jacket off. Walking around half sweating, covered in dust and all the other grime in the warehouse. Came home, laid it down. The moment I laid down in my bed, I stayed awake for about 2 hours. It was about 8:30-ish where I decided to fall asleep. Mind you, I forgot to set up my alarm clock for at least 10 o'clock, 10:30 at best. So if I did start the stream late, it would be around then. Forgot to do it before I dozed off. Dozed off and I slept from 8:30-ish all the way to 12 o'clock. Oh, it was called the Maiden, the Defier, and the Death Crier. Oh man, I titled my video wrong. But anyway, there we go. All right. Yep, there. All right. So we're gonna get this quest started immediately. We're gonna see how long this quest lasts for. Also, let me join you on PlayStation 5 Party, and I'll stream this one still. The thing is, I don't know how that works. Yeah, I have a PS5, but I don't really do a lot of online play with people, so I don't really know how that exactly works. Excuse me. Also, if I do attempt to do something like that right now, I have this sneaking fear that it's going to what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like it's gonna force me to turn off my stream. Because I could be entirely wrong, and it doesn't do that. Excuse me. You're good. It just pauses. It doesn't end it. Okay, cool. Crap. How exactly do I do this? I mean, I only have, well, realistically, I only have one person that I can't have two. I can add to you, no problem. Okay, cool. I don't really know how that's gonna work though, so you may have to step me through the process. Oh, okay. I clicked the button. It said search for players. That's interesting. Send your PSN to this me. What's my P? What is my PSN? Excuse me. I'm afraid if I click this button, it's gonna freaking log me out the game. If I check my profile. Crap. There's gotta be a way to check my freaking PSN without needing to fucking change anything. Oh no. Crap. Here's mine. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Let me see. So click this. Click that. Okay. Oh, actually, Zax, I don't think I can do this stream alongside you or this time. And the reason I have for that is because my real deal name is on it, right? My real deal name is on my PSN account, and I haven't changed it so that I can put on like my username. So yeah, I just realized that. Only reason that we can't do it this time is purely because I need to change my name off of there. You know how these weirdos on the internet be. So tomorrow, well, technically later today, when I click Star Rail,
May the moonlight attest my steadfast
I would have changed
will.
my username by then. Okay? I promise. I'm gonna go ahead and stream Zenless. Hopefully your stream is a good stream.
You there, Abster?
You dare Abster? When has she ever referred to this nigga as Abster?
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinel say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky? Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have
I'll
seen
be
some
here
sign
too.
of it on the ground.
No problem.
In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Eglet Town would be a perfect launch pad.
Bro, they talking about something. Oh, it's probably hidden by clouds. You probably won't be able to find it. A damn thing right there. You're telling me Abby wouldn't? Nobody had the brain cells to be like, oh, it's right there. Come on now. Peak retardation. Oh snap! We're meeting her already? I'm shocked. Is that thing the Paimon of Wuwa? Yes, it is. But I will say this, I like their voice more.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
Ma'am, the only thing that has been invoked in me is your body. Nani, nigga? I ain't gonna act like this girl ain't gorgeous. Cause like, yeah, Wuwa got some nice character design, so there is no doubt about that. But this girl is the most recent. Of course, they put her tacit Discord mark on her, what is it? On her right shoulder blade? Bleh. Are those horns? Goku? I think they're horns. I'm going to assume that they're horns, but I guess the angles, they're symmetric. What's the word I'm looking for? The symmetric. See bruh, I can't pronounce that damn word. But the way her horns are set up, they're like uneven. One is going one way, the other one is going the other way, and it's not properly set. Symmetrical? That's the word I'm looking for.
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Jacona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you.
Jacona. Okay, that's how you pronounce her name. Jacona.
I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
Oh, I will say this. Genshin is having its version 5.6 live stream tomorrow. Granted, by the time that live stream drops, I will be at work. So obviously, I am not gonna stream, or there's no way for me to actually stream that live stream alongside with watching it. There's no way for me to actually do it. I mean, I could attempt to do it on Twitch, but it's like, I don't want to do that because I don't like streaming on Twitch. And my reason for why? Because it effed me over that one time when I streamed on Twitch and I thought my vlog of me streaming a character story quest was going to be saved on there. Turned out it said, JK, you need to turn on that function, which is BS. Only reason I stream is purely because I want to catalog my gameplay of these games that don't let you replay story quests. That's the main reason I stream in the first place.
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartathea. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartathea since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartathea? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count.
Yeah, no, you can't save your streams. You can, but you need to archive them, which is what I did. I stream on Twitch, 4 drops, and export to YouTube. I mean, I would do all that if I had more space and storage devices to hold those streams, if I want to transfer them over or whatever. Or granted, I still don't know how the whole process works, how people double stream, because the only thing I have right in my room to use is my PS4, PS5, and of course my little laptop that I use to watch the stream from my game. No, you don't need space? Oh, really? So it does it for you. It's an automatic. You connect your YouTube account? Okay. I'll try to figure that out probably on Saturday or Sunday. I'll just stream me running around an area and see what happens.
Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it.
Oh my goodness.
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
I swear, this Jacona girl is by far snatching Venti's whole flow, nigga. What? Not only is she a win character, but she also is using music to manifest the past memories that someone has. Excuse me.
Tune into my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
If you need help, let me know. Just ping me on Discord. No problem.
Laureate.
Look at her trying to flex being all cute, bro.
Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them.
Oh my god. I finally get to see a sideways shot of her body figure. Oh my goodness. This character is so bad. I swear. And I can't tell whether or not if I am properly categorizing her as a lolly or not, because she don't got nothing crazy going on with her chest. She's pretty short in comparison to the Rover. Take them heels off her feet, and she's like 5'5", probably 5 feet at best. Don't nobody know. That's me assuming, yeah, sure. But still, I feel like she's a lolly character. I feel like I can categorize her as a lolly character. Is that she'd be a lolly character that's not like on the same height as someone like what? Rosia or Verena. Like, of course she's not their height, but teen? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw her, I did think she did look like a teenager, no doubt. But then I find out that she has a boss form that we fight later on at the end of this act, where she has her body size grew like crazy. I'm talking, the chest went to double D, the body got thicker, got wider hips. Good lord, shoot! Apparently, before they censored her character design, she was wearing a black thong underneath her dress piece. So you'd have to genuinely be paying attention when she's moving around in the boss fight to notice that. I didn't even know that happened, or that she had that. I was like, pretty bold choice of design for them to do, but then of course the game got censored, and I'm pretty sure they have not. They went and changed that. They changed that design and put on the granny panties on her. Right, and I don't think they've gone back to change it back after that, because I guess because there's this like ultra hard MiHoYo fan group that's like, they're like an amalgamation of other gacha game community groups, but they're like crazy fanatics, and they reported Wuwa to the CCP, which then the CCP got on Wuwa, and Wuwa was forced to like change its age rating and censor these character designs because they were too sexual. One of them had an exposed camel toe, which, if you know what a camel toe is, then you know what it is. If you don't, I'll explain. If you need me to explain. And so they censored those two characters, well, this character in her boss fight and the other limited character that came out. And what else happened? Yeah, I don't know if they've gone back and changed those censorships at all, but I think they're still there. Yeah, somehow Zenless is getting away with the sexy characters. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't think Zenless is actually even getting away with anything. Zenless's fan service, as much as I love the game, Zenless Zone Zero's fan service is like really... It's the type of fan service I expect, right? But what Wuwa did, if I could flex an image of what Wuwa... Oh, actually, yes, I can. I have it. If you go to the Discord, right, and go to Wuwa, the Wuwa category, and scroll up, you're going to see a video from Ryuku Sensei posted about the censorship of these two characters, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about in terms of like the ultra like this, the fan service they did with the limited character and her boss fight character. It was so, how can I phrase this? It was more than just like sexual. It was like blatantly, you could see visibly one of those characters. You could visibly see vaginal lips pressing into or pressing through the outfit, which was such an over design in my opinion. It's not like I'm a shill who doesn't like sexy character designs or sexual character designs. It's just like, for the sake of the game and not being censored in the future, like, you didn't need to go that step. You didn't need to, because she was already sexy. Now you went a step above sexy. It's a shame we can't have some nice Nika character designs. But simple men want that. I agree. I get it. But for the sake of ensuring that your game does not continue to get censored, you gotta have a line between sexiness and just blatant sex. In my opinion, you just gotta have that line, which is exactly what fan service is, right? And actually, I can't use fan service entirely for this logic, due to the fact that I've seen some fan service where it's like, bro, straight kitty cat thrown at someone's face, homeboy looking at it while in slow motion, viewing the entire thing while his brain is about to explode. AKA Fire Force.
What is the meaning of this?
I will pull for this character.
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment, but this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
High School DxD, the gotcha game. Let's go get it done. You know what? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I don't know if there's a gotcha game I played. You know what? There's a gotcha game. Snowbreak Containment Zone. That game is so blatantly sexual with every aspect of its characters and the content in their game, except for like the combat. Unless they change the combat to make it feel more sexy. Excuse me, I'm chewing on stuff. That's why I sound like this.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan through Nodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting
Yep, I'm
something,
deeming her a lolly.
but the details
I'm most
and the
definitely deeming her a
outcome of
lolly.
that battle
She
are
is
lost
mad
to me.
short in comparison to Rover, even with them heels on.
You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
A holy man of the church, dressed in a sexy outfit. The contradiction. But hey, I won't complain. Amen, hallelujah, thank God. Praise the Lord.
You rang?
She's the free runner woo-wah. I can see that.
Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart. Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo? Yes, I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Oh, so this Fleur-de-Lis? Thank you, I can finally say his name properly. Fleur-de-Lis? Without a shower though, I like the type of lolly character that has a bit of bass in their voice. And not ones that's high pitched. Granted, I'm fine with lolly characters with high pitched voices, but the one with bass in their voice, I don't know. It kind of does something for me.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's... I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency.
Her body is so right. Oh my goodness.
My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky.
I like cold cooter
At its
lollies.
center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals.
Cough, code. Yeah. Oh, bro. Actually, since now that I have someone that, well, it's not now that I have someone I can get back to DSD with. It's just I don't think I've had a lengthy yap conversation with someone who likes High School DxD, like to a certain degree. Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. There's some things about the anime and some characters in there that kind of pissed me off, which took me like 2 or 3 years for me to realize, you know what? Let me calm it down. Let me reevaluate my hatred. One character at the time, of course, it's pretty easy to tell who it was. Is Issei. I had beef with Issei for a while. Purely and it kind of leans on religious reasons a little bit for why I had beef with this man. And it wasn't even really I had beef with him, but rather beef with this dragon that he had in his body. The thing that I'll explain. Cause I know it sounds really stupid and really ridiculous, but I'll explain, right? So you get a better picture, right? So what happened was there was this moment where I think this is where he thought homegirl Asya got murked off and died, and he kind of blew a gasket and started transforming into a full-blown dragon. And there was this line that was said saying that it was even before that. It was when Rias was like, "Oh, you have the Red Dragon Emperor's freaking power. Shoot, this quote unquote Dragon Emperor stole domination from God and whatnot." And then that same line again was said in season 2 or the latter end of season 1. I'm pretty sure it was season 2. Because there's so many things that happen throughout season 1 and 2. That's like 2-part arcs that happen, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, they had said that line, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you niggas are lying. You want to know why you're lying? First of all, there was no information stating that the Red Dragon Emperor chose to be in a sacred year on purpose. Instead, they got jumped by a 3-way alliance, and God sealed not only the Red but also the White Dragon Emperor in gauntlets that those then were considered sacred gears. Like, come on. You cannot sit here and try to flex, talk about something, oh, I stole domination from God, yet you got put in a box. Stop the lying. That was my irritation for that. I was like, these niggas are lying. These niggas are corny. So many characters sit here flexing how they're more powerful than God. I was like, bro, let God reappear in this story and flex on these characters. Because I'm tired of this lying BS they pushing right now. Okay, hold on. What was another thing that irritated me at the time before I had to let it go? Another thing that I found irritating was that the church, at least the High School DxD's church faction that exists in their show, I'm not gonna lie, they were extremely underwhelming. Cause like I have this thing where it's like, if you're going to like depict the church being combative and like have magic use or sacred weapons and stuff to get the job done, I expect the church to go really hard. I'm talking get up in there, mix and mash, show me something. Well, hold on, let me read. Meanwhile, I got 2 Nico Bakugo's wall scrolls and figures, and for me, issue is cringe. Hello, Issei is cringe. LOL, he's cool in his Red Dragon form. God gonna come up and smack the hell out of Issei. Exactly, which is why I found it so corny. Also, nice figures. Actually, I'm curious, can I see those figures? If you can post it on the Safe for Work channel in the Discord. I'm curious to know what those figures look like. But yeah. What was the point I was making again? I need to hurry up so we can see the story. The church faction in High School DxD is genuine garbanzo trash. They suck. The reason I say they suck is because they're the most underwhelming iteration of the church I've seen in action when it comes down to these fictional stuff. The only time there's 2 series I've watched where the church spins the block properly and expeditiously and perfectly. There's 2 animes. One is the Fate series. Every member of the church in the Fate series is someone you don't want to mess with. Genuinely, you do not want to cross paths with anybody from the church in not High School DxD, in the Fate franchise. They will mess you up from top to bottom. Then Hellsing Ultimate, the church there. Don't get me started on Alexander Anderson. You don't want to come rolling past this man. He will put you in a blender and send you to God personally. So, you can see why I had high expectations for the church. When I watched High School DxD, granted, I think I watched High School DxD first before I watched the Fates franchise. But you can see why I have high expectations of the church. I expect better. I expect y'all to do y'all thing. If y'all gonna represent God, His word and His action, all that cool stuff, I need to see the best performance out of y'all, and I wasn't getting it. It made me sad. They kept getting mixed up and spun up on by every other faction. And it's like, bro, the devil faction is out here clapping everybody else. They're getting their hands on so many individuals who have sacred gears, whereas the church and the fallen angels ain't getting as much. I'm like, bro, in due time, in the future, if this is continued to allow to happen, the devil faction will have a monopoly on sacred gear wielders. Because for one, they have extended lifespans, so these niggas are not dying anytime soon, meaning they're gonna hold on to them sacred gears for a good long time. A lengthy long time. They will monopolize having sacred gears, my guy. They will be the main driving power force. Like, it's like, bro, do no one not see the impending threat that will happen in the future? Crazy. Also, what's up, Tenchi? How you been?
I sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them.
The church
Could
have
it
more
be the
power
Sentinel?
too. All my shit is NSFW. Oh. Okay, then never mind then. You ain't got. Well, if it's NSFW, then.
Hey, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
If your figurines are NSFW, then you can just send me a picture of it to me personally instead of putting it in the Discord channel. I mean, if you are an adult, then you could join the other server if you're an adult. If you're not an adult, then don't worry about it. If you aren't an adult, don't send me those images of your NSFW anime figurine. The channel link up. Obviously, I'm an adult. Perfect. That's all the better. You can go ahead and slide me those pictures my way then.
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou. So it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
Yes, and it's pretty damn obvious. Goofy. Actually, it's 2 times obvious. I already know she possesses both powers. It's pretty obvious.
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first.
Seeing the rover talk so much is amazing.
Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the rover has so many default blank facial expressions for the most part, especially when they're talking. Like, in that whole scene that she was yapping just now, I expected her to do like a different facial animation when yapping about her speculation, right? But she didn't, and it's weird.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not?
Her body frame is so immaculate, man. I want to hug it. Anyway, so in Wu, while them MC talks, I'm like Genshin. Yeah, the thing is, Rover. At first, the Rover was like the Traveler, where they didn't talk a lot. But then, as the story progressed, they started talking a lot more, which I really appreciated. And then they started talking like a whole lot more. And it's like, there's been so many moments where I forgot that the rover is talking, and I'm like, oh snap, the rover talking. Let me pay attention, right? And they let the rover actually speak, so then you can actually get a feel of their personality, which is. We'll talk at the weirdest moments and not talk at the weirdest moments. You know, that's a valid thing to say as well. They kind of flip flop when they want to speak. Or hold up, let me correct myself. The devs or the writers for the story flip flop whenever they want to have the rover speak. That's more accurate for me to say. Like the traveler will speak as at certain moments where it'd be like at the end of the Leeway Archon quest, right? Where the traveler is like, can you help me set up some posters, some missing person posters? And it's kind of a really cute moment because the traveler finally speaks after not hearing them speak at so long, because they didn't even the time they spoke before that was what, at the end of Mondstadt's Archon quest. Then in Inazuma, I don't remember them speaking when fighting A. For Sumeru, did they speak for Sumeru? Even in Sumeru, at the end of Sumeru, they didn't speak at all. So now I'm thinking about it, I think Genshin did like a backstep for the amount of times they let the traveler speak. As I'm thinking about it, because the last time I remember hearing the traveler speak was, of course, the recent quest I finished in Genshin. But the thing is, due to that whole voice actor strike, quote-unquote strike thing they got going on, or has finally crumbled to dust, the traveler spoke. But the thing is, it was muted because the voice actor didn't voice act the line. So it was like, even a moment before that, even moments like what in the Archon quest of Natlan, there were moments where the traveler was supposed to speak, didn't speak, at least for the English side of things. But yeah, it's me personally, I never will understand this decision of not letting your playable character, your playable MC speak at all. I never get that. Honkai Star Rail, I thought Honkai Star Rail was going to be different from Genshin, only for them to be, in my opinion, just as much worse in the department when it comes to letting the main character speak. Because in the beginning of the story, they were speaking a lot. I'm talking their inner monologue was voiced, so you can hear it. Along with, sometimes they would speak out loud, and then they just stopped doing that for the most part as time went on. And only certain moments would the Trailblazer speak, which was so whack to me. Meanwhile, Jonathan C talks all the time, and it's good. Bella is so cute. Oh, you chose Bella too? Oh, obviously. I'm pretty sure you did tell me that already. Right? But yeah, that's one thing I love about Zone of Sub-Zero, is that they let their MC speak. They let them feel like they're a real character. You can have your whole self-insert thing all you want to, but if you're going to do self-insert plus have the character actually a real character with real lore and backstory to them, you better let them speak.
Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers.
Bro, that whole scene was flirtatious. Did y'all see how many times her face kept shifting? Ma'am, are you trying to invite me to the bedroom? If so, say less. I'll go. I ain't gonna lie, Fleur-de-Lis probably be my second favorite female character design in the whole game. I need to make a Wuwa character tier list.
In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. Spending so much time alone in the Sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your Sonorosphere?
A part of the Sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter.
Where can I find a link to the Naughty Discord? Oh, I have to send you a link to it. And the Discord isn't like a naughty Discord. It's just mainly where the older members of my YouTube and Discord kick it. Granted, we're not yapping all the time, but we're yapping enough. And also some of them are close friends. So if you want me to send a link to you for it, I can.
I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the Sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside.
Okay, I sent it.
Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
Oh, nah. The opposition is at the barrier. I know exactly who she's referring to. We do not stand for the freaking... what I forgot. I don't care what they call what their family name is. We stand for Martelli around here. Martelli.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator. It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
Oh my goodness, this woman is just so genuinely beautiful. I swear. Oh, you guys want Long Beach Griffey? Oh, you watch Long Beach Griffey? I mean, yeah, you can post like a video of Long Beach Griffey, but make sure to post it in the appropriate channel, please. Yes, I know there's a lot of channels on here because I have to categorize things properly so that nothing gets lost in the sauce of the general chat. That's why I made so many categories.
I'll look for a way to find this person.
Something tells me you will keep your promise.
I won't lie, it's been a while since the last time I watched a Long Beach Griffey video.
No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Shoot, it's been... I'm not gonna lie. The last Long Beach Griffey video I watched was like some months ago. Because back in like 2020, 2021, 2022, I was binge watching the crap out of his content. And then I just stopped watching at one point.
Rover.
Why she is so unnecessarily close?
You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
This is cute. This whole moment is cute. But I will say this. I know someone, or there are people who are like, oh, look at these moments in Wu-Wah. That's why it's better than Genshin. And then completely act like Genshin did not have moments like this. And didn't like animate the moment to be similar like this as well. Which I find so corny when people sit there and act like that. Or try to frame it like that. I'm like, bro, am I supposed to act like this did not happen or wasn't presented in a similar fashion? Nigga, what?
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
She is in pain because I fell asleep listening to her music. Oh my lord. Get that pride off your heart, girl. It's not that deep. Also, what I was about to say? Oh yeah, what Tenshi said earlier about the rover speaking, this whole flip-flopping that rover does when he speaks, or when he or she speaks, yeah, you just saw what he was referring to. Because at one moment they stopped talking and it was just pure dialogue clicking, and then they whip up being like, oh, now I'm gonna talk. Nigga, if you're going to talk, just talk. If you don't want to speak, don't speak. Simple stuff. It's more cinematic.
Wow.
Now, I will say that. I will give
So
Wu
my
that.
forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments.
I will say that. That is true.
Is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal? And who is that mysterious wandering figure?
Damn, finally she stopped talking. Lord, shut up. Anyway, now, like I was saying, I will give it to Wu. Wu's feel more cinematic due to the fact that their character animation feels more fluid in comparison to Genshin when they do moments like this. I will agree to that. Genshin recently has started trying to be more fluid with moments like these. Granted, it still looks stiff, in my opinion. At that point, they just need to do some rigging. They need to like re-rig all their characters so that it can be just as fluid as like Zenless Zone Zero, in my honest God opinion.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song.
Did the rover walk away?
I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Why the rover sat there and did that to that girl? That was so wrong. You gonna sit there and walk away, stand over to the side, and knowing that she was gonna look back at the damn cat. You are slimy for that. Who this? Stepping up to the court.
Pardon the intrusion, my lady.
You already sound like a villain. You wanna run the fade?
My name is Sebastian.
Of course it
As
is.
per milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of
Sebastian,
inviting you
face
to
it.
the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
Yeah, the Falacia Lamos estate. I don't
The
care about the
Phasalia
niggas.
family? The one that's likely worshipping the Threnodian? Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your message to Milady.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell if Kakoli, wait, her Sakona? Yeah, I don't know if Sakona's thighs are the biggest pair of thighs in this whole game. I don't know yet. I gotta keep watching. I need to see her thighs in action
She's
more.
just as unpredictable as the rumors say. I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first?
Just tell me all of them.
I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
Well, at least from these interactions we got from this character, I can tell what type of girl she is. She is a really goofball. She's a goofball that loves music. The characterization for her character is complete. We do not need anything more. They all sound like
Hello?
clickbait titles
That's
to
why they're
me.
called
Is that what she just
rumors.
said?
I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in?
I'm not gonna lie. This girl in real life would be a fun person to hang around. I'm not gonna lie. As much as of an indoors person I am, without a shadow of a doubt, her really bubbly and optimistic and outward personality is infectious.
Well, long story short, The Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it. In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cardathia spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Really? This is when Act 3 starts? Or Act 4, technically. My bad, I'm changing the tags on my video because they're incorrect. I forgot to change them to proper tags before I started the stream, so give me a second. Okay. Gotcha, Coral Games with her. I feel like there's nothing else I can add. Gotcha, Coral, Woo-Wah, Wuthering Waves. I feel like that's it. That's the only tags I can use. Because there's no other tags to bring up. Alright, tags saved and changed. Now give me one moment. I'll go back to the stream. Dun-dun-dun-dun. And I'm so glad it's Friday because I get paid today. I've been waiting 2 weeks for this paycheck. I feel so vindicated. Switch from top chat to live chat. And we should be... Oh, okay. I'm ready to go. I will continue to stream till 2 o'clock in the morning as payment for not starting the stream earlier. Even if it means I'm losing sleep.
The hunt is on.
Fighting what? I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm a dungeon maid. Yeah, I think I'm a dedicated dungeon maid without a shadow of a doubt. Cause I was hearing all this stuff about being dungeon mains and how people are crazy for being dungeon mains, and then I start playing the game and I really F with Dungeon's character design and her playstyle, and I'm like, you know what, I guess I'm a dungeon main now. At first I was a Tai Chi main, but then I found out Tai Chi was not supposed to be a character that you're supposed to main. She's a support character. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. How many? Only got 19 pulls. So this 19 plus the 57 we're getting, some of that is compensation for their lackluster anniversary rewards, is going to hopefully help me get Zanny, and then the rewards we're gonna get for that. Because I'm not gonna hold you, I'm not gonna lie, some of those rerun characters I do want, and I gotta make that video about the anniversary soon. You can get 10 free pulls from the event right now. I don't know if you claimed it. Wait, which event? Hold up. Is it this one? Ooh, what's this? They started the special login early. Wait a minute. Are these the three? I'm pretty sure these are the pulls they gave out because of the backlash they got on Twitter. I'm pretty sure. These what these pulls are. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Also, I need to say this. Zanny is so blatant that she is the Wuwa equivalent of Mavwika, and no one can tell me otherwise. The fact that her animation shows her hair catching fire, becoming this premium white fire, while she's throwing fists and throwing a great sword, I was like, yep, she's Mavwika. No one can tell me otherwise. I don't care who gets offended by that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I should really binge play some of these events. I still have not unlocked Tower of Adversity yet, surprisingly enough, because I don't know which quest unlocks it. Okay, so now I should have 29 pulls now, right? Yep, 29. And then when the rest of them things come in, it's going to hopefully help me get my hands on who I want to get my hands on. Of course this is.
Leave it to me. Strike. No mercy.
I know that coin did not just fall through the ground. That's why it pissed me off if that's the case. Oh, also gotta change to flight. Here we go. I will say this. Oh my god, the glider stamina is dying way faster when I do not have Carlotta on the team. Goodness gracious. That's crazy. Her having a 20% stamina reduction for flight is a necessity to have. It is a benefit. Also, what else I was about to say? I was about to say something. Well, I said I need to get and do more. I need to physically get more pulls before her banner comes in. Crap, what else I was about to yap about? Oh yeah, I was about to say this. I genuinely don't think that the flight mechanic will be available in the next region that we're going to go to in Wuwa. I genuinely believe that, and I think I stand on this position, because the reason I say this is because realistically, they're probably going to go down the Genshin route where every new region has a different exploration mechanic or traversal exploration mechanic that's either fun or is just like whatever, right? Or if it's interesting, because if they put the flight mechanic that's in Renacida in every other area of the game. And I mean this genuinely, it would kill any type of fun someone would have using a different exploration mechanic. Because let's say in the next area that they release, there's like a car to drive, and you can drive it all around the region to get from point A to point B, right? Oh, so this is where these niggas live? Oh my goodness, they live fancy.
I received Chacona's memo. To think the head of the Phasaelias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phasaelias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cartathea mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it.
Anyways, like I was saying, yeah, if they introduce a new exploration mechanic, I am in the new region that we go to next. And they allow for the flight mechanic to still be a thing. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's really going to kill people's enjoyment of whatever new exploration mechanic they provide. Because people want to fly, right? People want to fly all the time. That's why they want it to be in the first region of the game. Which, realistically speaking, they are not going to add the flight mechanic from Renesita to the old region of the game. And the reason I say this is purely because of the fact that this flight mechanic is the most, what's I gonna say? It's the biggest identifier for Renesita. It's like, it is what makes Renesita Renesita. Damn. Anyway, like I was saying, it's what makes Renesita Renesita. That's Renesita's biggest identity, the flight mechanic. Could you imagine they add this flight mechanic to any other place of the game? Then it's like, now this thing is no longer what makes, you know, Renesita Renesita. Cause that's the biggest thing about Renesita is the flight. It's the main thing niggas yap about. It's one of the only things niggas yap about. Girl, get out of the water. I hate that I cannot get out of the water. If you don't, there we go. Like, why couldn't I jump out the water? Every other time I can jump out water, but it won't even let me jump out water this time? Seriously?
Now, if you'll please just follow me.
Of course, this nigga Sebastian is here. Anyway. Is this the inside of their house? Is this what this looks like? It is the inside of their house. And there she go. Jello Mafia. Yes, now I get to call her Jello Mafia while she's on screen. Flex your tongue. Stop being goofy. We all know that's the only reason people pull for you.
One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper.
Yes, it would, Jello Mafia.
Especially when it was I who extended the invitation.
Don't tell me you put glitter on your face in the morning when you get dressed. Oh my lord.
Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
And I am the Yapper, first of my kind. And also, I lead a legion of Yappers as well. Check my YouTube chat. Yes. We're both distinguished individuals.
Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. The laurel is a gift of the divinity.
Look, oh my god, don't tell me the
What
camel
claim have
toe
I
is
to
still
crown
present on
one
her
as
character model
distinguished as yourself?
in the story. Don't tell me. I could have sworn I saw that camel toe. Maybe I'm tripping. I need a closer look at her body.
I should be the one to apologize for not understanding our guest's attempt at lightening the mood.
Also, for the 9 people watching the stream, please hit the like button. Thank you. And what's up? How you doing? The music from this has High School DxD theme. Oh yeah, you're right. It does have High School DxD vibes to it.
Very well. You may also call me Cantarella.
Nah, I prefer Jello Mafia. Jello Mafia feels more appropriate.
Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Ma'am, if we go into your study, something dangerous might happen in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. How's she gonna talk to me halfway across the room on the staircase? You better be projecting your voice pretty loudly to be able to hear me. Or for me to hear you, rather. Also, I ain't even gonna front. Her house looks nice. Who you, nigga? Oh, there she go, right there. I was about to say that camel toe was about to be in view again. I was about to be going stupid. I was about to say, no way they changed her having that camel toe when it came down to her releasing her character, but instead they kept it the same when she's an NPC model. I was about to say, nigga, it was gonna get wicked in these streets. Also, she is bad from head to toe. Got brother biting his lip. Anyway. It is toxic in this room. Do no one see this purple mist?
Won't you have a seat?
No, I want to mess with your chest. That's the only thing I care about. That's the only reason I came here. That's the only reason I even want to spin the block on you for
I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto.
Your chest is crazy, gang. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think if I was in this room, I would have made a comment about it. I'd be like, ma'am, sorry for my improper behavior, but your chest is wild. Them things are thinging right now. Oh, they got so much space in between it, which is wild. Can I put my hand through there? Hey, yo, if we're gonna do some collaborative alliance between each other, I need compensation. AKA your body. If I get poisoned messing around with your body, it is what it is. But I need my compensation.
Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
I mean, I'd accept your apology if you give me some crazy head top, honestly. I would accept your apology on some everything, because I want to see what your eyes look like looking up at me as you slop on the knob, because that's the only thing, again, I care for. I don't care about this conversation. Not as good as Akino's Tada. How do I feel about, Akino does got a crazy rag on her, I ain't gonna hold you. And not only that, the amount of scenes I've seen of Akino look like she's about to go give somebody head is ridiculous. I think I only count 2 scenes throughout the whole anime, but still, 2 is more than enough to judge her off. Without a shadow of doubt, Akino would look at you crazy while she slopped the knob. I can genuinely see it. Now the question is, should I drink the tea or should I push it away? I'm conflicted. If I drink it, I get poisoned. I can tell. I'm going to drink it. It's not like poison ever going to kill the rover anyway. They died because of other things.
This tea, is it from Jinzhou?
Oh, surprising. I prefer Akino's over Ria's. Oh, bro, talking about characters I have beef with from High School DxD. Rias is one of them. I think she's damn near on the top of my list of characters I have beef with from the anime. I'll explain why later.
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
For who?
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
Can you give good head? That's the only thing I care about, damn it. That's why I'm here. You think I come waste my time talking to you lesser beings when I'm the rover? I spit on your floor in disrespect for the disrespect you gave me for the waste of this conversation. Give me head or I'm walking out the door.
I imagine it concerns the Visalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving.
Okay, so who you worship? The sea creature or the aerial species or whatever you call it? Again, where's my head? That's all I care for.
But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna?
It's going to be destroyed if I don't get no head top. That's what the current state is. I'll wipe out your whole nation. Best believe. Why she smiling
So
like that?
you've noticed something is amiss. As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within.
Oh, I will say this. The amount of people that were complaining about her character design being ultra sexual, I'm not gonna lie, I do find it corny. Granted, there was one individual who told me in my comment section of my video about debunking the dumbest Genshin tech I've ever heard. They had told me how much they weren't really a fan of her sexualization and whatnot. Granted, I told them, like, I get it, but like, personally, for me, she good, she chill. Granted, the person in my comment section was pretty civil about it, and they weren't like going crazy about it, which I respect. Because if you don't like it, you don't like it, right? But like, don't be going crazy about it. You feel me?
Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
See, they were Mother Effer was just talking not that long ago. Now they're back to spitting word text. This is really stupid.
Yes.
Not the story, but the word text stuff.
No. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs.
You know, at this point, I'm gonna just be honest. At this point, for all these gacha games, they need to stop giving these word text clicks. Right? They should just let the main character speak, have the back and forth speak, and just let it play out. I don't know why they think that people will not be paying attention if both characters aren't having a back and forth speaking to each other. People will pay attention to that. You don't need to have the whole click the text to continue the conversation nonsense. You don't need that. People will pay attention. Best to believe.
On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request.
So they saw that scene from the Boondocks where you nigga read.
Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
Hold up, give me a second. Wait a minute. Oh, have anybody seen the new anime called what is it? My Hero Academia, the Vigilantes? I haven't watched it yet. I did hear about the fact that the female lead of that anime, that wears like black and pink. I don't know what her name is. I need to watch the anime myself so I can know what her name is. But her character design.
Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Her character design got censored,
statue.
or rather,
it represents the unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders, it is more a symbol of defeat and submission.
Oh, anyway, like I was saying, so the character got censored, but it's like it didn't get censored in the way that I think it was going to get censored, because apparently in the manga she's not supposed to be wearing like what pantyhose with her outfit. It's just supposed to be her outfit without the pantyhose, right? Because she's wearing like this one piece leotard with a skirt with it, so it looks extremely sexual, right? But apparently in the anime they put her in pantyhose stockings. Granted, the pantyhose stockings are not so ultra black that you can't see the skin that's supposed to be seen. It's like it has this decent enough line between visible and non-visible, which makes it look good. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even too angry about this censorship. It looks good. Like even with it being censored, you can look at it and think, you know what? This looks nice. I like how it looks.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to.
That sounds like a threat. Is she not joining? Guess not. Guess we're solo doloing. What is... Wait a minute. Is that the sword I seen so many niggas flex about when it came down to the rover? This has to be that sword, right? So the resonator in the sky is an alicorn. If you want to know why it is, I know what the hell an alicorn is because my brother watched My Little Ponies, and the Pegasus slash
the
unicorn is called an alicorn if they're blended together.
What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form.
And
A
shoot,
majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths.
don't even get me started. Anybody here who ever watched the Beyblade, the Metal Saga of Beyblade, you know which saga I'm talking about. Main character Jinga Hagane and his Beyblade Pegasus. You know what the deal is. I ain't gonna lie, I never messed with the whole My Little Pony thing, but then I was like, hold up. I don't mess with My Little Pony, but I do mess with the fact of what a Pegasus is after watching Beyblade. And I'm like, you know what? I may have to take back my prejudice. 3, 2, 1. I swear Beyblade was so freaking tough. Not was tough, it still is tough. Granted, the most recent series iteration of Beyblade is not the best or well received in comparison to all the others, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the main character. The main character is not the best. Nigga is not top tier. Shoot, he does not compete with every other main character that came before him.
The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure.
Wait a minute. Is it half horse with a sea tail?
I wish to ask you
with
to
a fish
persuade
tail?
the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
Oh, that's interesting. Well done was in
In
list.
return,
Vivian is built.
I will agree
and
to
Daly's
whatever
done.
condition or request you make.
Oh, wait. Zags. Were you weren't here when I tried to attempt to pull for Vivian, were you? I'm pretty sure you came after the fact, right? 130 pulls and still I did not get Vivian. My heart is in pain.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order.
But I got her. We can share. I do not share my prized women. Never. I am a conqueror that must obtain his own women. Also, Vivian is a super simp. I need to obtain her by myself. I cannot share that super simp. I'm sorry.
Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita.
Oh, yes, please. Then I can wake up in the middle of the night of you giving me head. Yes, it's perfect. Thank you, Jello Mafia. I appreciate the offer. Also, have you or your brother seen the crazy... Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's gonna be your answer. Well, at least for me. I don't know about my brother though. But if he's just as much of a gooner as I am, then the answer is yes.
I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you described.
I will say this though. Next time, if you do ask a question like that, please censor the question as much as possible and be as vague as possible. The reason I do this is simply because I don't want YouTube cracking down on my channel for any particular reason for certain words or phrases that's being said. That's the only reason I ask. And also because realistically, I think I have a handful of younger viewers who watch my content as well. So please, thank you. Oh, rather, next time if you do have a question like that, just ask me directly in the Discord. I won't read the question out loud, but I will answer it.
Only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a Maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Kick the kids? I wish I could, but at the same time, YouTube doesn't really give you the ability to do that. I mean, I could age restrict my video to only, well, I don't know if the age restriction of your video only works for restricting it to older viewers or younger viewers. To me, it feels like even if you age restrict, it doesn't even matter because the younger viewers are always going to find a way to watch their content. Or not even just find a way to watch their content. It's just like they're going to be able to watch it regardless. So it doesn't even really matter. It was a joke. Yeah, I know it was a joke. I was just thinking about it like in context. Because I think there was this... Oh, bro, don't get me started. It was like one live stream I did. And my live stream got age restricted. Despite the fact there was nothing crazy said in the live stream. And I was playing Genshin Impact. I was like, what is it age restricting, bro? What? Bro, I had got copyrights on my live streams out of nowhere. Multiple times. And I'm thinking, for what? Because I'm listening to the music that's in the game. You can't copyright this. I'm playing the game. This makes no sense. Thank God I don't have no like confirmed strikes on my channel. As far as I know, there's no confirmed strikes on my channel. But still, it was pretty stupid. I can only imagine what's going to happen if my channel ever gets monetized.
The part regarding the Maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a Maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own.
So that's what the sword is.
This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be.
Turvin?
A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel. and the artifact used to select their resonator.
That name kind of tough, I ain't gonna
To
lie.
resonate with the sword is to resonate with the sentinel. Only the chosen one may hope to draw it.
Then what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead.
Nani? What does this mean?
In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course.
Let me read. Give me a second. Is it just me, or is Wuba, Genshin, and other games about space, universe, and such just too complicated? Like, Zenless lore is good because it's not too complicated. I will say this. I think Genshin... No, actually, I would say this. Genshin has done a really good job of not, like, overcomplicating its lore. In my honest to God opinion. Because the entirety of Genshin's, lore takes place solely on this one planet, right? Of course, the lore about each nation on the planet, of course, that's a different story. But for, like, the grandiose lore of, like, being in outer space and universes and stuff like that, like, we haven't even, we're, like, on the doorstep of reaching to that, like, type of lore, right? We're on the doorstep. Especially if you've played Nalan, which more than likely you haven't because you quit Genshin Impact. The most recent lore of Genshin Impact started flexing more of the potential, like, traveling into outer space lore type stuff. Which the Traveler has already done, because that's what they did to even get to Teyvat in the first place. But we've been slowly marching our way back to that location. And it's, bro, the recent world quest I did, it blew my mind. Genuinely. Bro, you need to go back, you just need to watch that stream I did. But, yeah, now in terms of, like, Star Rail is the most confusing, genuinely, because of the fact that everything takes place in outer space, and on top of that you have, like, planetary level lore stretching from planet to planet to planet, and they're all, like, connected to each other in some way, shape, or form, because, like, they have a whole society that's beyond their planets, right? And that's what's connecting every other planet. They have what's the place called, the ICP, which is basically outer space IRS. You borrow money for them, you better pay that money back, or they're gonna sell off your whole planet to make sure you pay that money back type stuff. And no, I'm not joking when I say that. I literally, genuinely see that happen in the story. It was not done, actually. It wasn't, like, physically done, but, like, it was implied that was going to happen if they don't find a way to pay back this debt. So it's like, Star Rail has been the most confusing in terms of lore for me personally. Genshin has been good because we've been grounded on the planet the entire time. Wuwa has been grounded on the planet the entire time, but at the same time it feels like it keeps, like, not keeps. Every here or there it'll snatch itself up. Well, actually, now I'm thinking about it, Wuwa hasn't gone to, like, outer space yet for their lore stuff, as far as I know, because I don't even know what the freak exists beyond this planet, because I'm still confused by that. Granted, they call their world, their planet, Solaris 6, meaning they know that their world is a planet. Unlike in Genshin Impact, the people of Genshin Impact do not know that their world is a planet, as far as I know, because they never traveled to outer space before. But that's a whole long conversation for another time.
Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance.
But I will say this, Zenless being more grounded than all the other gacha games does allow for the lore to build up in a nice slow pace so that it doesn't overwhelm people. I will say that, and that's the best thing about it. That's what makes the story still intriguing and still easy to keep up with, because you learn about these terms and phrases and all this other important lore while just playing the main story. or like doing one or two like limited time events that, you know, have a little more lore in them, right? Or even playing in Hollow Zero, right? You'll come across like recording tapes that have recordings on them of people being in Hollow Zero and stuff like that. So it's like, it's really nice and like slow paced, and it's like, it eases you better than I would say all of them. Granted, I think it eases you just as good as Genshin did in the beginning. It just eases you into it.
I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The Maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the Sonaro sphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation.
Oh,
If I
so
can
it is
confirm that
half-sea
Turvin was
creature.
truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinshi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Ooh, got to grab the sword, really? Well, actually, I'm not too surprised
By
about
all
that.
means.
We are the main character. Of course, we're gonna get a hand on this sword. I swear, every time I see Jello Mafia, I keep thinking about that damn camel toe. Yes, Excalibur. I'm gonna rename that name. That sword. I'm calling it Excalibur. Yes. Come, pick up the chosen blade. Oh my god, you see the facial expression she made? That's the face of freaking Thor made to Captain America when he was about to lift his hammer. This sword is pretty tough. I do love the design of it.
Rover, who are you really?
Apparently the rover is supposed to be this fourth dimensional god, apparently. Granted, I do not believe that nonsense. Realistically, the rover is equivalent to me to being Jesus Christ at best. Granted, I might even knock him down from Jesus Christ status. I might even just knock him down to freaking, at best they're an apostle on everything. Unless someone who's watching my YouTube chat, watching my stream right now, can come in here and tell me why it is that the rover is a fourth dimensional being. Just call me the arbiter. Look at them. They flexing thinking it's
The
cute.
Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
Oh, thank God, we're not about to have that whole conversation. But unfortunately, I think we're going to be stuck here until the conversation is done.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
Yes, the appropriate term would be master. I am the master of the Sentinel. Well, granted, even though the rover is only master of one Sentinel, I don't believe that the rover is like the master of any and all Sentinels across the board. Me personally, I don't think that's the case until the game tells me otherwise.
Then I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos? Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator Sonaro Sphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you are the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonaro Sphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Physalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
And that's where we are going to stop the stream. Yes, I know some of you who are watching probably thinking, bro, no, finish out the entire story. Be here till 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, unfortunately for you, I have a job and I need to be at work in the morning. So we're gonna stop the stream here. Please make sure you hit the like button on all that cool dandy stuff. Also, at first I thought this was like some Pegasus until now I'm seeing the statue in the whole. This thing is like some half horse, half shark, unicorn type shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like that fact that it threw me off. I didn't even think this is what it was gonna look like. But what else do I need to say? Oh yeah, tomorrow, for anyone watching who's interested in Star Rail, tomorrow is the Star Rail stream. That stream may be pretty lengthy, I'm not gonna lie, due to the fact that since it's Friday, I have way more time on my hands to stream for a longer period of time in comparison to the weekday. What else do I need to say? Yeah, the video that I'm thinking about making, well, not thinking about, I do want to make it, about like the anniversary thing, and it's probably gonna be a week late, or I probably might release it the day of the anniversary, honestly. But I need to hurry up and work on it and get all my information proper before I actually release it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate y'all's viewership. Please hit the like button. Share the stream if you want to as well. And yeah, I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Good night. Peace. Later. Or not tomorrow, later tonight. Alright, I'm out.